Social protection is one of the biggest topics today here at the 5th Global Conference of the Elimination of Child Labour. As a matter of fact, earlier today, a social protection report was released by UNICEF as well as the ILO. But what are countries doing? What kind of social protection mechanisms do countries have? In fact, what mechanisms does South Africa have? I have with me Mr. Khethani Hlongwa. He's the Chief Director at the Department of Social Development, who's going to give us a deep dive on what the country, what South Africa is doing to keep children safe, to keep children in school, and to make sure that children are taken care of as one of the ways to eliminate child labor. Mr. Hlongwa, thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. The emergence of having child grants has changed a lot of livelihoods. Just how much has it changed livelihoods and the lives of children indeed?
Yes, thank you very much for having me. Yes, social grants are very important, but in the most, social protection is key. It's a way in which children are saved from maybe tending to a sick parent, or maybe have an opportunity to go and work to assist their siblings, and then they can, at least with the social protection that they are receiving, get an opportunity to be at school.
Yeah. There are those that say because of the pandemic, a lot of children have had to stay at home, and there are those who have completely not gone to school. These are the children that in one or more cases would have had some sort of food from school. What are you doing with those children as a department?
Okay, as a department, we have a very vibrant school feeding scheme that we are using. So we have centers that we have in community areas that are assisting children who are not at school, that they can go to these community centers and receive food that they would otherwise be receiving at school.
Yeah. Your purse obviously does not only tend to children who are South African or born in South Africa, but you have migrant laborers who come and sometimes do, or most times perhaps do come with children of their own. How do you cater for those with the budget that you have?
Yeah, I think the key thing for us to notice is that the Constitution says that all children have right to social protection. So it doesn't limit which country they come from, which is what we are using to make sure that those rights are immediate, and we also take care of children who will be coming from other countries.
When you compare ourselves with perhaps countries in the region, yesterday I spoke to the Minister of Education in Malawi. She tells me that child labor there is running in the regions of around 38%, in Lesotho around 27%. We are not even in the double digits. How do we keep this number even lower?
Okay, I think what is important is that we expand the social protection scope. So instead of just looking and focusing on social grants, but then also we need to focus on other programs. Like, for example, Department of Education has a very good school feeding scheme. Department of Health, they have free basic health care. Also, most municipalities, they have indigent programs wherein families who are poor are able to get free basic services. I think when we expand the scope, we are able to keep children doing what they should be doing instead of being out there working.
Of course, we are not only talking about children that are younger than 15, but your social support extends to children who go 18 and leave the school system. How have you seen their lives progress or not progress, even though they have the support of the social development, your department, sir?
Yeah, the fact that our social protection system has expanded over the years, we are now able to integrate children who were part of our beneficiaries while at school and link them with NEFSAs. For example, when they go to tertiary level, they are able to get bursaries, they are able to get financial aid and assistance to make sure that when they get there, they are still able to complete their education. So if we were to invest halfway and not progress to encourage them to finish tertiary level, then it would be a waste. So it is very important that we expand the scope and see the process right through.